Attach.
I attached a photo to my application form.
Attend.
Over 200 people attended the funeral.
Ally.
During the First World War, Turkey was an ally of Germany.
Ash.
He brushed the cigarette ash from his sleeve.
Anger.
You need to control your anger.
Bill.
If this bill is not paid within 5 days, your gas supply will be cut off.
Betray.
He was accused of betraying his country during the war.
Candidate.
9 of the 10 candidates were women.
Ceremony.
Nicholas attended Mary's graduation ceremony.
Clash.
Government troops clashed with rebel soldiers.
Compete.
They competed with each other for the prize.
Compromise.
The government has said that there will be no compromise with terrorists.
Continent.
Asia and Africa are the 2 biggest continents.
Convention.
Where are they holding their party convention?
Crime.
If you commit a crime, you will be punished.
Crew.
Despite their size, these vessels carry small crews.
Custom.
Many old customs are gradually dying out.
Deficit.
What caused the budget deficit?
Debt.
He had to borrow money to pay off his gambling debts.
Defeat.
She was defeated in the first round of the tournament.
Desert.
At night, adult scorpions prowl the desert for insects.
Dig.
We dug a hole and planted the tree.
Disaster.
Floods and earthquakes are natural disasters.
Disease.
The children were vaccinated against the major childhood diseases.
Dispute.
The dispute was finally settled.
Drown.
He fell into the river and drowned.
Examine.
He was examined by a doctor as soon as he arrived.
Exile.
The monarch was exiled because of the coup.
Expel.
My brother was expelled from school for bad behavior.
Fertile.
The settlers learned that the land in the valley was fertile.
Fence.
The house was surrounded by a tall, wooden fence.
Fierce.
A fierce animal or person is very aggressive or angry.
Flee.
He fled to Costa Rica to avoid military service.
Fog.
The crash happened in thick fog.
Frighten.
Be quiet, or you'll frighten the deer.
Freeze.
You can freeze any cakes that you have left over.
Govern.
India was governed by Great Britain for many years.
Guilty.
I feel so guilty about forgetting your birthday.
Harvest.
The drought has made farmers anxious about the harvest.
Hill.
They climbed up the hill to get a better view.
Hostage.
The hostages will be released before Christmas.
Hostile.
If you are hostile to another person or an idea, you disagree with them or disapprove of them.
Identify.
Small babies can identify their mothers.
Incite.
She was expelled for inciting her classmates to rebel against their teachers.
Innocent.
No one believes that he is innocent.
Invade.
Portugal was invaded by the French in 1807.
Kidnap.
The wife of a prominent businessman was kidnapped from her home.
Leak.
The bottle must have leaked because the bag's all wet. Someone leaked the secret to the enemy.
Loan.
He repaid the loan within 2 years.
Nominate.
The film was nominated for an Academy Award.
Missile.
Helicopters fired missiles at the camp.
Mob.
The angry mob attacked the building.
Mourn.
He mourned for his dead son every day.
Mystery.
Why he killed himself is still a mystery.
Narrow.
This road is too narrow for cars to pass.
Negotiate.
The government has refused to negotiate with the strikers.
Occupy.
The troops eventually occupied most of the island.
Rape.
He raped and murdered several women.
Oppose.
Many parents oppose bilingual education in schools.
Raid.
In the raid, police found several boxes of obscene videotapes.
Rebel.
Rebels seized control of the airport.
Resign.
She decided to resign from her job.
Restrict.
Having small children really restricts your social life.
Represent.
Mary represented her team in the competition.
Rope.
The dog was tied to the tree with a rope.
Rub.
She yawned and rubbed her eyes sleepily.
Pollute.
Some factories pollute the environment.
Pour.
He poured some wine into a glass.
Prize.
David won first prize in the school science fair.
Sailor.
A sailor threw a rope ashore, and we tied the boat to a post.
Seize.
The rebels have seized 10 soldiers to use as hostages.
Shelter.
The city's bomb shelters were being prepared for possible air raids.
Shrink.
My jeans shrank after I washed them.
Sink.
The Titanic sank after hitting an iceberg.
The sink was full of dirty dishes. Smooth.
A smooth surface has no roughness, lumps, or holes.
Soil.
Worms are sometimes beneficial to soil.
Spill.
Someone at the party spilled red wine on the carpet.
Split.
If something splits or if you split it, it is divided into 2 or more parts.
Stab.
Nicholas was stabbed to death by someone on the subway.
Swallow.
I found this button among the baby's toys. He might have swallowed it.
Substitute.
I want you all to meet your new substitute teacher. You can substitute oil for butter in this recipe.
Surrender.
After their defeat in battle, the soldiers surrendered.
Supervise.
Students must be supervised by a teacher at all times.
Tie.
The two nations have strong trade ties.
Threaten.
They threatened to kill him unless he did as they asked.
Tax.
Nicholas didn't pay his taxes on time.
Victory.
They asked him to make a victory speech.
Territory.
The armed forces occupied the entire territory.
Tear.
The dog's claws tore her dress.
Treatment.
She's receiving treatment for a lung infection.
Trick.
The magician's tricks surprised us.
Treaty.
The two sides signed a peace treaty.
Trap.
He set a trap to catch the animal.
Vehicle.
Who was driving the vehicle during the accident?
Tribe.
There are still some savage tribes on that island.
Trip.
How about a trip to the zoo this afternoon?
Troops.
All troops will be withdrawn by the end of the year.
Vaccine.
Scientists haven't found a vaccine for cancer yet.
Violate.
They were accused of violating human rights.
Vacation.
He's on vacation for 3 months.
Wire.
Wires are used to convey electricity.
Violence.
Violence against women has increased in recent years.
Weapon.
A weapon is an object such as a gun, a knife, or a missile.
Wheel.
My bike needs a new front wheel. He fell asleep at the wheel and had an accident.
Volunteer.
I have a friend who works as a volunteer.
Witness.
According to witnesses, the car used in the robbery was a green van.
According to witnesses, the car used in the robbery was a green van.